Hey, young souls. So, we've been talking a lot in the last few weeks about how we're feeling, how our body's feeling, how we can figure out what that feeling is, and then how we can tell somebody else that we're feeling that way. And then, even we talked about once we tell somebody, how can they help us feel better? Right? We talked about getting back to green. If we're in a different zone, how can we get back to a green zone? How can we get back to calm and happy? So, one of the ways that we can do that is by telling our brain to start to calm down. And the way that you can communicate with your brain is by breathing. Isn't that funny? One of the best ways to tell your brain, if your brain is really mad about something, or your brain is really upset about something, and it's like really making you anxious and even maybe do things that are not the best choice, you can tell your brain you're in charge by breathing deeply and slowly. That sounds kind of funny, but breathing slows down everything in your body, kind of lets it come back to like a better, calmer state. So that's the best way to get in charge of your brain is to breathe. So today I'm going to tell you some different breathing exercises, breathing strategies. That just means different ways that you can breathe to help yourself get back to green. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the hawk hug. The hawk hug is like this. When you breathe in, and actually for every one of these exercises, when you breathe in, what I want you to do is think in your brain, 1, 2, 3. Just count to 3 just in your head as you're breathing. And then when you breathe out, also count to 3 in your head. So you don't hear anything, you just think it in your head. So it looks like this. So slow, steady breathing for 3 counts in and 3 counts out. So that's what it means when I say 3 counts in, 3 counts out. It means you're counting in your head. That just helps us do it slowly. So our first breathing exercise is our hawk hug. What we are going to do is hold ourselves in this hug. We are going to take a 3 count, deep breath in. And then we're going to flap our wings as we breathe out for 3. You can do it again. You can do it as many times as you need to get you back into that green zone. So if that's something that you think might work for you, you think you might like it, you should try the hawk hug. The next one is bubble breath. So when we're breathing and using our bubble breath technique, we are just pretending like we are blowing bubbles. And what that does is it helps us breathe steady. That means like at the same pace and slowly. So we've got our bubbles, we've got our little dipper, we have our wand. We're going to dip our bubbles in the wand, and then we're going to take a deep 3 count breath so we have enough breath to blow the bubbles. And then we're going to bring up that wand and use our circle mouth, circle lips, and blow that bubble wand. What happens if you have a wand with bubbles on it and you blow it really fast? What happens? Your bubble pops, right? We don't want to pop our bubble, so we want to blow slow and steady. So breathe in for 3, and then out to blow your bubbles for 3. Good. So the next kind of breathing is the balloon belly. So for this one, we're just kind of imagining ourselves in this area where we breathe as a balloon. And we are going to inhale for 3. And that blows up our balloon, that expands our balloon. And then we are going to exhale for 3, and we're going to deflate that balloon. And we're going to inflate that balloon again with our breathing. And then deflate that balloon, or let all the air out. Good. The next one on our picture is fire hands. This is the one on here that I have never used before, so we're going to skip that one because I don't know what it is. Next is roller coaster. Roller coaster is the same as the Take 5 breathing technique that Xander showed us last week. So what it is that you are going to take your 2 hands here, take one of your hands and put this finger next to your pinky, on the bottom of your pinky. And you're going to, as you trace up your finger, you're going to breathe in. Some people like to pause at the top and then trace down your finger and breathe out. You see how that's kind of also like a roller coaster. It's a good name, huh? Because you're going up and down. So you're going to breathe in. You can pause if you want. Breathe out. If you want to pause here, you can. Breathe in. And you're going to trace your hand all the way down. Trace your fingers all the way down. Do your breathing all the way through. And if you feel like you want to keep going, need to keep going for a little bit longer, go ahead, restart. Our hot cocoa breathing exercise, that is where you are pretending like you have this warm, deliciously smelling, wonderful mug of hot cocoa on a cold day, and you are so excited to drink it. So first, before you can take that sip, you've got to cool that hot cocoa off so that you can enjoy it. So you're holding it in your hands. You're going to take a deep breath in. And what am I going to do to that hot cocoa? Am I going to go all over that hot cocoa? No, it's going to splash all over me. That would probably hurt because it's too hot. That's not a good idea, right? I'm going to take my hot cocoa. I'm going to take deep breath in, and then slowly, steadily, I'm going to blow on my hot cocoa. And try and cool it down so I can drink it. I'll probably have to do that a couple times so I can get it cool. This is making me want hot cocoa. So another breathing exercise is called the bunny sniff. This one we do all the breathing through our noses and we pretend like we are a bunny rabbit. So you're going to do 3 short breaths in through your nose like sniffs and then 1 big breath out through your nose. And you can do that repeatedly. You can even act like a little bunny rabbit. You can do that to help calm yourself down. Next is ocean waves. Ocean waves, this is a way of doing a visualization while you breathe. So that means like imagining something in your head. So if you think about like you're standing on the sand facing the water of an ocean or maybe Lake Michigan, when you breathe in for 3, think about that, like pulling the waves of the water to you, and then breathe out for 3. You're sending that water back away. You're sending away those waves. And then you breathe in, you bring them back. And then you breathe out. Send them away. Sometimes visualizing or imagining or thinking about something can be really helpful for actually lots of different things. So this next one, hand over heart. This one is I've also seen called, I think, heart and belly. And so you're going to put 1 hand on your heart and you're going to put 1 hand on your belly. And you are going to start by reminding yourself, I am loved. And then you are going to breathe in. What we say is breathe in through your heart And then breathe out through your heart. Breathe in through your belly. Breathe out through your belly. Breathe in through your heart. Breathe out through your heart. Breathe in through your belly. Breathe out through your belly. You can keep rotating that pattern, your heart and your belly, until you feel calm. This is a nice one too, because it kind of feels like you're giving yourself a hug. Next on our little chart, we have Trace 8. So this one, if you have a pencil and paper handy, or you think it might be helpful to get them, you can do your breathing while you're drawing an 8. You can make your 8 like this, or you can make it kind of sideways. Either way, what you're doing is breathing in through your first line, out on that second line that comes around. So if you're doing it up here, you're breathing in, and then out, in, and out. And you don't have to have a pencil and paper. You can certainly trace in the air. That works just as well. So next, in one of my favorites, is our rocks and socks. Sometimes we get really upset and angry and mad, and it can feel like there's like a lot of energy in your body when that's the case, and like you need to get it out, right? And so something that really helps with that is our rocks and socks. So this is really kind of less of a breathing technique and more of just like a full body thing. So what you're going to do is maybe one of your loved ones, a relative, a parent, a friend, might say, seems like you're getting into you might be in the red zone. Let's try some rocks and socks. So when they say that, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your hands so tight, like all of your upsetness and all of your anger is in your hands and your fingers, and you're just going to make them so tight, like the heaviest rocks ever. And then I like to call this floppy socks, rocks and floppy socks. And then what you're going to do is go totally floppy. Your whole body. Don't fall over if you're standing, but you're going to go floppy. You're going to be a floppy sock. Your hands are floppy, no more rocks. Your hands are socks. Your body's floppy. If you need to do it again, you can. Rocks, 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 and socks, socks, socks. Sometimes it can help to wiggle it out, shake it out a little bit. That's a fun one. I like that one. So the last one we're going to do is buzzing bee. Buzzing bee is just like the breathing that we've been doing, but it's making a noise when you are breathing out. And this really can be however is comfortable for you, or whatever noise you can get. It kind of sounds different for everybody, is what I'm trying to say. So you're going to get calm and comfortable. Well, we might not be calm, but we're going to try and get comfortable. We're going to take our deep breath in for 3, and then we're going to leave our mouth closed and kind of make noise when you breathe out through your nose. Kind of like an M sound. It might feel kind of uncomfortable or sound a little bit weird. Some people really like this, some people don't. So if it's good for you, great. If not, there's lots of other breathing exercises that we have gone over today. So just maybe try a couple, feel them out, choose the one that you feel like is going to help you be able to get to the green zone and feel calm. And it might be, maybe there's a couple that you want to use. Even better, you can have some variety. So try these out at home. Use whichever ones you think will be the most helpful for you. And I hope they're helpful. I hope you enjoy them.